Hey, everybody. So I'm streaming this. By the way, I'm sorry that they could not get their SHIT together today. A charge was dropped. This is live from outside the courthouse. No, I'm not there. How do you drop a charge when a jury found you guilty? So, hello, Tamara. Hello, Tammy. Hello, Girl Friday Finds. Hello, Lisa. November Day. Tamara, is it rude to say I wanted him to get more jail time? I'm glad that he is getting more than 10 years. I was hoping for the full 40. I agreed with the prosecutors that said he has shown no remorse. He's actually become more manipulative, that he cannot be rehabbed. He's lied over and over and over. So we're just going to sit back. Hi, Life Chaos. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Savage. 12 years, 12.5. Let me look real quick. The Sun reported that he's been sentenced to over 12 years in prison after being found guilty of possessing CP. He's done way more than that, but I don't see how this judge dropped a charge he was found guilty of by a jury of his peers in December. I'm really confused about that. They wanted the maximum, the 20 years behind bars, but he got 151 months. So basically 12 and a half years. People that were inside the courtroom said he had absolutely no reaction. I do wonder what old Jim Boob and Anna's reaction was. Couldn't have been a very good day. Couldn't have been a very good day. Savage, she said, I was disgusted the letters his mom and wife wrote touched his heart. Well, he doesn't touch my heart. He must touch theirs, though, because their letters calling him a good boy, and he has a tender heart. A tender heart. Anna even said he's genuinely the kindest person she knows. Part of her letter, she said, I admired my husband's diligence in his work and also his perspective that people are more important than a quick sale. Well, tell that to the people you sold your crappy cars to. I have a feeling they've got a lot of complaints. She said Joshua would often spend hours out of his day chatting with and listening to various homeless people who would pass by on the sidewalk, and many of our customers also became our friends. Michelle asked for a quick release and said he has a tender heart. Well, don't we all? Don't we all? I still want to know if there's going to be any investigation into what he has done around his own children. I have to be really careful when I talk about this because there's been other creators who have had their streams pulled like midstream for saying the wrong words. So you got to fill in the blanks for me here and there. So we already know about what he did to his sisters. This seemed to go unnoticed around the house until a babysitter came forward and said he's been doing this. He did something bad to her. Yeah, Duggar denial is right. Duggar denial is right. So this is on News 5 out of Arkansas. Can't wait for them to open that door and come out. And I'm just going to say this. I know I'm preaching to the choir here. Okay, so his attorneys, hang on. I had my door open and it's loud. So his attorneys recommended 5. Great. The state wanted 20. Okay, they wanted 20. Last week we were talking about Brittany Drexel, the man that murdered her, kidnapped her. He had gotten out of jail for rape. Okay, 20 years he spent. We can't under-prosecute these crimes anymore. And when I say we, I guess I have a mouse in my pocket because I'm not a judge, if you know what I mean. That's got to stop. That's got to stop. I am just anxiously awaiting them to unpause this. No, I unpaused it. That was my bad. Because someone's got to come out at some time. So what do you guys think? Do you think 12 and a half years is fair or not? I think it should be longer. Like I said, we were talking about Brittany Drexler last week. She was in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Comes across this man. Released. He's a rapist. He's a rapist. And look what happened to her. Look what happened. Angela said, hello, all from Texas. Hello, Angela. And I speak for myself and everyone in this community that we are extremely upset and saddened of what happened in your state. I actually did a show about it last night. Danielle, you're exactly right. They have a lifelong trauma. So should the person that did it. Hello, Shannon. What do you think about this? 12.5 years, 151 months.
I'm not very happy about that.
Well, earlier today, Mama Kay said everyone's either going to be really mad or really happy.
But I was close. I guess 15. I don't know. I heard what you were saying. I think we need to start taking this a little bit seriously. This is children, you know? It's sick. I don't know. I'm glad it's not 5. Let's put it that way. I'm glad it's not 5.
And what I want to know is with the 12.5 years, if anyone knows, I know they're federal charges, and I know that. What will he actually probably serve?
Right. He'll serve 7 if he gets out on good behavior. Is it something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sure his wife is just.
She needs 12 years with him. Nancy said 85%. Tammy said 8 years, 3 months. Wow.
Yeah, I figured 7, 8. Yeah. Yep.
Wow. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm.
That's nothing.
Anybody have any idea what prison they're going to put him in? I heard Forest City, Arkansas, but I just heard that doesn't mean it's true. Even though, you're supposed to believe everything you hear on the internet, right?
Of course. Are they waiting for old Jim Bob to come out and Wifey to come
Yeah,
out?
supposedly they're all coming out this door, the attorneys and everything, because I want to hear what they have to say.
Yeah.
CB said Anna needs to be in jail along with JB and Michelle. Yeah, I'll tell you what, old Jim Boob, he created this mess.
Yep.
He looked the other way for way too long.
They should have done something years ago instead of, what was it, like a boot camp or church camp or something?
He basically sat on a bed reading Bible scriptures. He didn't go to any boot camp.
Yeah. That's what I meant. Ugh.
This is crazy.
Yeah, he'll serve half of that.
Well, someone in here said it has to be 85%. So that's 8 years and 3 months. Now, don't think his attorneys are going to stop.
Nope.
They're going to continue to fight this.
And you said, Brooks, some of the charges were dropped. Is that correct?
One charge, yeah.
Okay.
The distributing. It had to do with the. Here, I'll read it real quick. And this video is live, guys. So if you're just coming in and you're just starting right now, we are 12 minutes in right now. Hang on one second. I'll look at this. Josh Duggar received good news early on his sentencing day. One of his December convicted by a jury of his peers.
Oh.
For CP will be dropped. Okay. On Wednesday, with the agreement of both the defense and prosecution, the court vacated the conviction on count 2 without prejudice. The judge further ruled that Duggar, 35, did not knowingly distribute CP and sustained the defense's objection. So they're saying he didn't know he was sharing all this stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, Savage said this was prosecuted by the federal government, which means he serves his whole sentence. What I'm reading right now, it's 85%. 85% is still better than half. That's what I was worried about.
Yeah. Like I said, I guess it could be worse. He could be serving 5 and get out in what, 3, 2.5?
Yeah, or they could have vacated the other charge. This is not good. This judge vacates a conviction where the jury found him guilty.
See, that doesn't make sense to me. If the jury finds him guilty and the judge is like, no, we'll take this one off.
Mm-hmm. They can do it. They can vacate a conviction because juries don't know the law, if you know what I mean.
Right.
Okay, Amy said 85% is 10 years and six months, basically. I don't know. I don't think his attorneys are going to quit. I just don't. Hello, Lip Lock.
I don't think they will. They'll appeal it, and then I think, like me and you were talking, hold on a second. Sorry, I'm out in the car. They'll appeal it, and by them dropping that charge, that may help his case. He obviously has really good lawyers.
He's got really good lawyers, I will say. I've been following true crime for a long time. I've never heard of someone vacating a conviction that was given by a jury of your peers on a federal jury.
Right.
I think it's a reporter coming out the door.
Boy, they're waiting.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know. I always name people. If I don't know, I'll just start naming them. That's Carl.
Hello, insanely confused. This is maddening.
So, okay, let's fast forward a little bit. He gets out. He has to register. I wonder about his kids. Will he have to be supervised? Not supervised? You see what I'm saying? Like, I wonder what happens with that.
He'll be supervised for 20 years when he gets out.
Oh, wow. Well, that's good.
The car key that I'm like by my bag is over by the seat all sitting in my purse.
Hi everyone, I'm Sarah Lee. I'm the Public Affairs Officer for Homeland Security Investigations. In just a few minutes, the U.S. Attorney is going to come out, and the Assistant Special Agent in charge for HSI Fayetteville, they cover all of Arkansas. His name is Jeremy Shane, Shein. He's going to also come out and give a statement. Can I ask everyone to gather away from the steps and just go over to the light pole over there is kind of the best frame of reference. Gather on the sidewalk there. Leave a little space for them to come out. There's kind of a plaque on the ground right in the grass there. They'll kind of stand right on that. And they'll each read a statement, and the U.S. Attorney will answer about 2 to 3 questions, and we'll call it a day. Does anyone have any questions right now about the sentence itself? I'm assuming there was a bunch of people in the courtroom.
Which did they say? Which prison? Yes.
There's 2 that they talked about. They are going to designate which one he will be housed at based on bed space availability. So, do you know it's Seagoville, and then you have them.
Yeah, and then Texarkana.
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
Thank you.
Correct. Any other specific questions on the sentencing? Okay, I have a business card. If anyone has any questions that we can do later, if we can't answer them now, and I can get information for you, or if anyone wants to do a specific one-on-one interview about HSI, I ran out. Oh, sorry. Okay. But I can text you just about what HSI does and what our mission set is. And how we work with agencies like NEMIC to investigate child exploitation cases. So I can do those separate from the specific little mini press conference.
Today.
Yep, I can do that today.
Yeah,
or...
I think Jose would like to. If you have the chance.
Perfect. Yes. Okay. So let's get gaggled up over there and give them a chance to come on out. So, thank you.
I think you're good here?
Yeah. So what do they talk about?
Yeah. Yeah, so it can be able to have it.
Okay, I think it's the release.
Supervised contact with anyone.
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab my phone and call her.
Mother or another court crew but I made right articles about the post-formation conditions. Some of them do good.
Like not even the mouth. Can't ever watch it.
I agree with Tamara. That lady's in need of decaf. She was hyper.
Yeah,
I don't blame her. I'd be wound up too.
me too. I was thinking that.
So she mentioned Texarkana and she mentioned another facility. So I wonder which one he's going to go to. I did hear Texarkana.
Mm-hmm. She said the attorney's coming out, correct?
Hey, Michael.
Yes.
Can you be sure to
Okay.
turn on my mic? Yeah, on the pack over there on the right. I'm live streaming, so I can't put it down. Cool, thanks. Test. Test.
You got me? Okay, cool, thanks. Do you have any comments for today, sir? Anything about today's outcomes? You guys didn't get the 5 years you wanted. How are you guys reacting to that? Oh.
Mm.
Anything you want to say, sir?
Is that Jim Boob? Or is that one of the lawyers?
I think that's him. He looks angry.
He's madder than a hornet.
Uh-huh. He looked like he almost kind of shoved one of them, like with his body, like, get out of my way.
Mm-hmm.
You're lucky he didn't get 20.
Or 40.
Right.
Jim Boob is mad. Woo, Michelle, get ready.
He was angry. He was marching.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, whoever's talking,
Very good.
Oh, there's Anna.
Is that Anna or Joyanna?
What's his wife's name?
Anna. But I thought his sister Joy was there today.
Oh, I don't know.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Clay Folks. I'm the United States Attorney for the Western District of Arkansas. Today, it's my honor and privilege to participate in the announcement of the sentence in the United States versus Josh Duggar jury trial and sentencing hearing that was held earlier today. I'd like to note before I get started that today we're all doing this announcement with heavy hearts. Our thoughts are certainly with the families of the tragic murders that occurred in Texas yesterday. And our thoughts and prayers are with all of those victims' families, with the first responders, and with the agents who are all working on that case. It's important to note that there are reminders around us every day, tragic and stark reminders about how important it is for us to protect our children, the most vulnerable members of our communities. And I think on days like today, it's easy for us to look at that as an insurmountable task. But the truth is that we should redouble our efforts to do everything in our power to protect these innocent and very vulnerable members of our community and our children. When we think about this case today, United States versus Josh Duggar, this case is noteworthy because of who the defendant is. But this case is important for a lot of other reasons also. This case is important because it demonstrates the hard work that our office puts in to prosecuting and investigating these cases that involve the most vulnerable members of our community, our children. I mentioned to you a few months ago that in 2020, about 7% of our cases here in Western Arkansas involved either child abuse or child pornography. And that demonstrates our commitment to investigating and prosecuting these cases. And this case shows that we are going to redouble our efforts and our commitment to investigate these cases and to ensure that justice is served in each and every one of them. The second reason why this case is important is because it demonstrates that no one person is above the law, no matter their wealth, their social status, or anything else. No one is above the law, and that's what this case demonstrates. We will continue to investigate these cases no matter who the defendant turns out to be, and we will continue to use every tool available to us to make sure that justice is served in these cases. Now, the third and most important reason why these cases are important and why this case is important is because this case, this trial, this sentence is for the victims of child abuse. Not just the victims of child abuse here in the Western District of Arkansas, but the victims of child abuse everywhere. This case shows that these children are subject to some of the worst kinds of abuses imaginable. The children depicted in the photos and videos that were introduced in this case were subjected to that horrible treatment, the horrible criminal conduct. And this case shows that those children's pain is real, that their suffering is real. And we know that this sentence isn't going to take away the suffering and the pain that they've already felt from this abuse. But it is our hope that this sentence sheds light on this very dark criminal conduct, because every single time these files are traded, shared, and downloaded online, those same children are victimized all over again. And it is our sincere hope that this case, that this sentence sends a message to those children that they are real, that their pain is real, and that we will do everything in our power to make sure that justice is served as a result of that criminal conduct. Now, we also hope that this case sends a message to any defendant in the Western District of Arkansas or elsewhere who would seek to abuse children in this way. This is the message that this case should send to those defendants. We will find you, we will investigate you, we will prosecute you, and we will use every single tool available to us to ensure that justice is served and the children of Western Arkansas are protected. And so with that, I'll turn it over to, I'd be remiss if I didn't do one more thing, and that is to thank the tremendous trial team and the efforts of the trial team in this case. I'd like to start with Carly Marshall and Dustin Roberts, two of our very talented AUSAs in our office. They did a great job and worked tirelessly to present this case to the jury. We received a tremendous amount of support from our partners at the Department of Justice in Washington, D.C., one of whom was trial attorney William Clayman, who came and tried this case alongside Dustin and Carly. We also received a tremendous amount of support from a lot of other folks at the Department of Justice, including William Futrell, who in this case really helped us. James Futrell, sorry, got his name wrong. I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget, but I still got it wrong. But James is an expert in computer analysis and investigation, and he did a great job testifying in this case. And then finally, I'd like to thank our law enforcement partners at the Department of Homeland Security. Special Agent Jerry Faulkner and Special Agent Acock did a tremendous job and worked tirelessly to make sure that the evidence was preserved in this case and that our office had everything that we need to be able to successfully prosecute this case. And finally, we're really blessed at the U.S. Attorney's Office to have a tremendous, hardworking staff, and we saw the results of that with this trial as well. Laura Johnson, our victim witness coordinator, worked very hard to make sure that our witnesses were here on time and we had everything we needed to be able to successfully present the case. Nicole Times and Charles McBride, two of our great paralegals, worked tirelessly to support the trial team in this case. And frankly, there's a lot of other people that I'm probably forgetting, but I'd just like to thank everyone whose efforts resulted in this successful sentence here today. And with that, I'll turn it over to my partners at Homeland Security.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon. I'm Assistant Special Agent in Charge Shane with Homeland Security Investigations. Homeland Security Investigations is a recognized leader in child exploitation investigations. Every time child exploitation imagery is shared, it perpetuates the life-altering trauma experienced by its many innocent victims. Our special agents are committed to rescuing child victims, investigating and apprehending offenders, preventing child sexual abuse, and helping make the internet and our communities a safer place for our children. Because of the exceptional efforts by HSI special agents, computer forensics personnel, and our law enforcement partners, a child predator has been brought to justice today. This sentencing sends a clear message that regardless of the circumstances, if you prey on our nation's most vulnerable, we will come after you. You are not above the law. To report suspicious activity or instances of child sexual exploitation, please call us at 1-866-DHS-2423. You can choose to remain anonymous. Reporting suspected child sexual exploitation can help minimize or stop further victimization, as well as lead to the identification and the rescue of additional victims. Thank you for your time. Ma'am?
If anyone has any questions, the U.S. Attorney will take the public questions after. I have one.
Yes, ma'am.
Obviously, we didn't get the full 20-year maximum sentence. So what are their guys' thoughts on what was David?
We're very, very pleased with the sentence here today, and we want to thank the jurors for their time a few months ago when they examined all the evidence in this case, and we especially want to thank Judge Brooks for his careful consideration of all the sentencing factors in this case. And this is a lengthy sentence. While it's not the sentence that we asked for, it's a sentence that we're proud of, and it represents the hard work that was put into this and the importance of this case. Yes, sir.
How much did
Doug.
prior bad acts have to do with this sentence? It's not just what he was tried for.
You know, from listening to the judge's comments today, I think it had a significant impact on the sentence. It was one of the aggravating factors that the judge noted on the record, and so I do think it was an important part of the sentence today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Am I correct in Jim Bob and Michelle were named to supervise when he's released and he has contact with his minor children?
No, I did not write that down, so I'm going to have to look at one of y'all.
It would be up to the probation officer.
Okay. That decision will be made by the probation officer who's designated to supervise him. So I don't think that decision was made today.
So will you guys have any input on that decision, or it will only be
Usually not. Yeah, it's usually up to the probation officer in consultation with the judge on an appropriate supervisor for the person who's on supervised release.
Okay.
So, all right.
Any last questions?
Anything else?
Great. Thank you so much for being
Right.
out here.
Thank y'all.
I have given my business card out, so if you all have any additional questions later on, we're all going to
Okay, you ready? I'll take your tripod if you need. Yep. Your tripod.
Okay. Okay, then yeah. Good.
Okay, so they say they're happy with this sentence, that it's a lengthy sentence. He has to serve 85% of it. I'm not good with this. I'm just not. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Anna's sister came out sometime this week and said, I think her name's here we go. Never mind. Hang on.
You guys all ready?
Are you guys ready?
Whoever's speaking, step up to the microphone.
Good afternoon. We are grateful that the court dismissed one of only 2 counts of the indictment and that the court rejected the government's request for a 240-month sentence. We look forward to continuing this fight on appeal. Thank you.
And when do you hope to begin the appeal process?
We'll immediately file the notice of appeal within the next 14 days as required by law. The 8th Circuit Court of Appeals will then set deadlines, which we'll of course comply with.
Is there any comment about the judge's remarks on Mr. Duggar's lack of taking responsibility?
No, Mr. Duggar asserted his right to a trial. Mr. Duggar had a trial. We're now down to 1 count, and we look forward to litigating that 1 remaining count on appeal. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Make it make sense to me.
Yeah.
He's taken no accountability. None. Okay? None. He also has blamed other people.
Yep.
He's played the blame game. Okay? What I was saying before, the attorney got on there saying he's going to appeal this in the next 2 weeks. Anna's sister came out publicly, wants her to divorce him. She's crazy if she doesn't. Hell, she could write a book. There's a lot of things she can do to make money. People keep saying, but she can't make any money. She needs the family. She needs their no. People want to hear from her. They do. Whether they like her or hate her, they'll
She can make money off a book.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Absolutely.
It seems to me that Jim Boob and Baby Talk Michelle don't understand the seriousness of his crime. This is not a victimless crime. That video that he had destroyed those children.
And like the guy said, it gets shared and shared and shared again. You're victimizing these victims over and over and over again. And they're children. These are children.
Mm-hmm.
With horrific, I don't even want to know what was happening in those
videos. You don't want to. And for the judge today, he had to look at some of the jurors when the trial was going on. They had to excuse themselves because they were so upset by the images they had to see. I will not go into detail here. You don't even want to imagine what this video entails. They have a picture of Josh as he was watching one of these videos. The dum-dum was taking a selfie, and they can see his reflection in his laptop. Homeland Security has everything documented. We watched it on this show a couple months ago, going through the body cam from when the Homeland Security went to see him at the car lot that Anna says he was so wonderful at.
Yeah. The judge also, I caught where he said one of the, what was it? The aggravating factors of this was the videos. I'm sorry, his past. His past was one of the factors in this.
His past, which part? What he did to his sisters?
That's what I'm guessing. I don't know.
How the adult entertainer honestly thought that she was going to be killed by him when he was extremely violent with her. His Ashley Madison stuff, I mean, that's not a crime. It's not. It's just nasty. Even though Anna named their last child Madison. Anyone want to explain that to me?
That's freaking weird. That's creepy. Do you think she's staying because the families put pressure on her? Not her family, but his family? Or is she just that naive?
Well, when I saw the picture of her walking out of court in November, she was smirking.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, she's, I just don't think she's in denial. I just don't know. What do you guys think?
And you're right. None of them are taking accountability. Look at his mugshot. He's smiling.
Yeah.
Because he's always gotten, mama and daddy's always bailed him out of everything. Well,
she's been complaining for days about their financial situation and things like that. Get away from him. Get away from all of them. Write as many tell-all books, every memory you can think of. Then you can make some money that way. I don't know. Get a job.
Yep.
I don't know. CPS is gonna have to intervene if they haven't already, because that's
I hope so.
Disgusting.
I mean, I would think that would be a given when this started, but now that he's been charged and sentenced, go talk to them babies. Oh. I mean, you could tell that they were happy with the 12, but they weren't 100% happy, but they were happy with the 12 better than the 5.
Yeah, I think they were happy that they got the 12.5, even though he only has to serve 85%. But then I heard him say something about 70, but the wind was blowing and everything, so I couldn't hear everything he was saying. Then I heard something about when the first lady was on, she was talking about Texarkana. So they haven't addressed yet where they're sending him, and he'll be very, very well protected there. Very well protected. By the way, I see a bunch of new names in here, guys. Hit the sub button, hit the bell, get reminded. Just glad you guys are all apart and we can bitch about this together. So let's look at Anna and Jim Boob mad again. Here we go.
Do you have any comments for tonight, sir? Anything about today's outcomes? You guys didn't get the 5 years you wanted. How are you guys reacting to that?
Anything you want to say, sir?
odd for a family that's so anti-COVID, they made sure to have masks on today. We still know who you are.
Yeah.
Nobody else has a mask on, but Jim Boob and Anna do. Come on. Come on. Hell, we've seen pictures of weddings since the whole COVID thing happened. Not one person had a mask on. I don't even care about that stuff. I'm not getting into COVID. But I mean, what are they doing wearing a mask today?
Hiding that anger. Hiding that anger.
Hiding that face.
Mm-hmm.
I had myself muted. Going forward, I hope Caleb Williams sues. I do. He was publicly accused of Josh's crimes. I hope one of the kids, just one of them, gets a brain cell and they sue their parents and TLC for never making a dime from the show. The Gosselin kids just turned 18 a couple weeks ago.
I saw that.
Upon turning 18, they received all their royalties from the show, John and 8K plus 8.
Yep. But I have a feeling Jim Bob's and Crybaby Mama's done taking these people's money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I have a feeling.
Yep. Welcome, Wednesday 45. She said, I've never seen Jim Bob so mad and Anna as stoic as ever. Anna, I said it on the show before. You're a prison wife. Now officially. You're not a county jail wife anymore. Now you're a prison wife.
She is.
So
she can make a show about that.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Prison wife. There you go. It's a show, right? So, yeah. I mean, like Wednesday 45 is saying, very stoic. Who's in her ear telling her all this is going to get turned around? She can't believe this. She just can't. It's like you loved that celebrity. You loved it. You loved your status in the church. You loved it. You loved your wedding, being on TLC and telling everybody, we've never even kissed before. We were waiting for the wedding. Great, great. Well, beautiful. Where are you at now, Anna?
All alone with 100 kids. All alone.
And I am with Marie. I have no sympathy for Anna. And I know people have come into chat before when I'm talking about it. And they're like, you're being too hard on her. You're being too hard on her. This is how she was raised. Too bad.
Okay, wait a minute. There's a difference between being raised a certain way in a church and all that. And the difference between your husband being caught with evidence with this and going to jail, now prison. Okay? I mean, there's no getting around that. Unless that's your children. If you protect your children. Show that you're protecting these victims in these videos or pictures, or protect those children.
And what happened to those children? Like I said, I'm not even going to mention the video on here.
Yeah.
It is awful what those children went through.
You notice he smiles if there's a camera anywhere. He's got a smirk on his face, like he just doesn't care. Like you said, he has no remorse.
And she has none. She
Nope.
has none. Jim Boob has none. They really think this is not a big deal. Okay, Boomer said, you mean to tell me that Big Sky Daddy didn't miracle his ass out of trouble? I was getting worried today. We were going to go live at 9:45 this morning. So I'm like, this sentence shouldn't take too long, considering all the judges' shutdowns yesterday. I didn't expect 21 objections in the morning, a long lunch, and all this. Hence why we're live right now. But as the day went on and they said they had dropped one count, which basically went against what the jury said. And that judge presided over that. So that to me is very odd. And I'm like, this is not going to go good at all. And it's not going to stop because his defense team already said they're going to continue to appeal.
I knew that was going to happen.
Demon Fox Akira said, hopefully TLC didn't hear any of that. Guarantee they will jump on it. Do you mean what I said about them about the other kids suing them? I have a feeling TLC is very, very well aware of what they employed for many years and put in people's homes.
Yeah. And no offense, but some of the shows that they've come out with in the past, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years, there's always some family and some messed up controversy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this being the worst, all for money. Money, 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 money. Views and money.
Well, and Jim Boob, I mean, he's got to be the one paying these attorneys.
Oh, yeah.
Glass Slipper, the whole show is a farce. And I couldn't believe, like, when there was a documentary about the family. All right, I'm in Oklahoma. They're in Arkansas. I remember when it came out. People were talking about it on the news.
Mm-hmm.
And they were just like, oh, that's how a family works together. Can't remember how old I was, but I thought, what? Your kids, that's slave labor.
The kids are raising the kids, like you said.
The kids are raising the kids. Poor Jana, she's still living with them. Hell, she got in trouble too for like child endangerment or something, probably from watching Joshy Poo's kids.
Yeah. I mean, I've got 6 total with my bonus kids. And I understand, like, hey, hand mommy the diaper, or will you change so-and-so? Let me get this one. That, I understand that giving kids roles and helping out. But this family, that's all they do is they become parents. The oldest one will become parents of the next one down.
The buddy system.
Right.
The buddy system.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I saw the documentary, I was like, this woman is a breeder.
Yep.
She just takes care of the babies, and then they go to an older sibling.
Mm-hmm. And I remember when the last one was born, Josie.
Yeah. Dixie said, other than the Ashley Madison, do you think Anna knew about the porn? I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that she knew that he was in possession? I mean, he did it at work. Because when we heard the body cam between him and the federal agents, they said, who's your internet provider? What's your email address? He confirmed all of that. They already knew. Then he was talking about his password. And he goes, oh, everybody has my password, even my kids. So I mean, like, who was he not prepared to throw under the bus for what he did?
His family at home, just his coworker.
Okay, Boomer said, of course she knew. CB said, of course, absolutely knew. Amanda, yes, she knew. Danielle, she knew about everything. She had covenant eyes on their electronics. Why? What are you worried about your husband looking at?
Then she knew. She was worried.
She was worried.
Mm-hmm.
Reese said, I think she knew. I think she knew.
Yeah, she's going along with either his family and the lawyers, and they're in her ear. Don't worry, we're going to appeal this. We got one drop. We can get this down further. Blah, blah, blah. You know, I really think they believe that. I mean, I know you can't turn on and off who you love, but you sure can tell them to get out the door.
At what point in your life are you that selfish that your marriage and your romantic relationship and what you consider status is more important than your own children's safety and the children that were on his computer? Like I said, the judge had to watch jurors excuse themselves. They were visibly and physically upset by what they had to look at.
I can't even imagine being a jury member on there. I'd had to have therapy after that, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Stella said, did y'all hear what Jim Boob said? Rewind. Hang on, I'll put it back up. Give me a second.
This is a great leap forward. What comes next gives people hope.
Anything about today's outcomes? You guys didn't get the 5 years you wanted. How are you guys reacting to that? Oh.
Did Jim Boob drop the F-bomb?
I couldn't tell.
Closed caption is not available. Hang on, Jim Boob.
Oh.
Yes, sinner. Hang on.
You guys didn't get how are you guys reacting to that?
Oh! Wow!
I missed it. What'd he say?
Wow! Danielle, he did. Granny said, sounded like it. Granny T said, sounded like it. Savage. Oh my. Woo! Woo!
I knew he was mad.
Here we go. Let's watch Jim Boob lose his religion right in front of us, okay?
Okay.
You guys didn't get the 5 years you wanted. How are you guys reacting to that?
Oh.
Bad. Oh,
I heard it.
Oh, wow. Woo!
I heard it.
Wow.
Oh,
Michelle, get ready. You better get some baby talking speeches prepped and ready because old F-U, F-bomb, Jim Boob is on the way home.
get that bar soap.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow, good catch. Whoever caught that, I didn't catch any of that the first time.
No, Stella caught it.
Way to
Kristen said,
go.
hey, we have a bunch of new names in here, guys. Hit the sub button. It's called IBP, I believe. It's a sect of the Baptist Church. I'm Baptist, but I don't do things like them, okay? We're going to listen to this again. Woo, Michelle. I don't know. I don't think you're going to be submissive tonight.
No.
Because old baby boy's going to the pen for 12.5 years or 85% of it. And here we go.
You guys didn't get the 5 years you wanted. How are you guys reacting to that?
Woo!
Woo! I heard it again.
Woo!
I have a feeling he talks like that when there's no cameras around. That came out a little too that came out too easy.
Yeah. Demon Fox Akira said, I hope she got an Old Spice bar. Make it extra spicy for that bomb. Yeah. Bad, Jim Boob. Bad.
Oh, that was a good one.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Kristen heard it too. Wow. Now I gotta hear that again. I'm sorry, guys. Buckle up. I might have to hear this a few more times. This is great. This is like a Saturday Night Live sketch if it wasn't involving the horrific things that Josh has done.
Yeah.
Wish the closed captions were available. All together now. F yourself. Here we go. I don't mean you guys. It's what Jim Boob said.
You guys didn't get the 5 years you wanted. How are you guys reacting to that?
Anything you want to say, sir?
Oh,
he's throwing a temper tantrum. He's like,
what you
as
so
he
mad
walks.
about, Jim Boob? You can't act like that. You're a pillar of the church.
You guys didn't get the 5 years you wanted. How are you guys reacting to that?
Oh,
clutching the pearls.
And my purse.
Oh, you potty mouth.
I'm appalled.
I can't. No.
My.
Now, Randy said he pushes the one guy. He does. He does.
Yeah, it looked like he shoves him with his body.
I agree, Molly. He only has his son to be mad at, but himself. I've got to find it. I've put on the show before when Jim Boob first ran for state senate. Not this last run where he got like 300 votes, which is basically like 3 families in his church. When he ran before, and he had Josh in his ad with him, and he said incest, essay, any sort of S fill in the blank crime should be life in prison. Now he walks out mad.
Well, he's lucky he didn't get that life that they were going for.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
You guys didn't get the 5 years you wanted. How are you guys reacting to that? Oh.
I've got all day for this. I've got all day for this.
I do.
And I agree with Amber. He should have held Josh accountable years ago.
Exactly. It's like he can do no wrong, but the girls, do you see he treats the girls differently, the daughters especially him.
You
Josh?
better believe it. They
Yep.
basically put locks on their doors.
Man, if you have to do that,
he couldn't get in.
that's sick.
Yeah. You think
I
that's
know,
not a little odd?
I know that's your child, but that means your child's sick and needs help, and they should have reported that.
Very
How do you
disappointed in
think?
you, Boob.
Can't imagine how what them girls think and go through.
If I was them, I would be pretty disappointed, considering they were sold up the river, and they just have let this kid get away with everything. But like Michelle said, he's got a tender heart.
Most groomers and weird them kind of people do. They seem like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's given. Tender heart. Mm-hmm. Oh man, I'm just glad it's not 5.
I'm trying to find that ad. Give me a second. I'm sure I will. If not, I'll just put it on the community tab. Wow. All right, so 12.5 years. I'm not happy with it. I'm just not. I just think that crimes like this are under prosecuted. I think they're undercharged, and I think they're under sentenced. Like I said last week, we talked about Brittany Drexler. This guy had gotten out of jail for rape and killed her, and don't confuse their religion with the Baptist community. Totally separate. I think a lot of religions have a sect that goes a crazy way, and this is one of them.
I agree.
I do too. I thought the letters from Baby Talk Michelle and Anna were creepy. I mean, the family dynamics here can't get any stranger.
I don't get it.
I mean, you want to profess to be this great Christian? Fine. No one's perfect. Even the biggest Bible thumper in the world is not perfect. It's not possible. It's not.
We're not supposed to. Yeah, we're not supposed to be, but we're not supposed to be evil either. And this is straight up evil, nasty, and disgusting.
You don't cover up for these things, even if it's your own child. Again, I honestly don't think that they believe this is a serious crime, because to them it's just pictures. They don't even understand what, and I'm not getting into it. You can research it. The children in this particular video, what they went through. And I'm talking from 18 months to 11 years old. It's horrific. Jesus. Josh, when he should have been selling lemons out there on the car lot, was watching.
Yeah, I don't think they think he did anything wrong. You're right, they don't. They think he watched something, um, like if he was watching an R-rated movie and they just don't get it. I really think that's what they think.
Yeah, exactly. These were not actors.
Right. Even if they were, that's still, you know what I'm saying? That's who does that? That's gross.
It's depraved. I don't know another word.
Mhm.
It's depraved behavior. Marie, do you think he'll be separated from the other prisoners? Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Yep.
Yes, I do. Absolutely.
They
Absolutely.
hurt people like him. They will hurt him to you know what him.
Mhm.
If they know that.
And Savage is 100% right because Jim Boob himself, Mr. F yourself, said, Savage said, I think they think this is a conspiracy and he was set up. Yes. Yes. Jim Boob did. He did. He believes Joe Biden is behind this.
Yeah.
Mhm. Not a fan of Joe Biden or really any other politician. If you really want to know the truth, that's just how I roll. But I don't think old Joe had time that day to put anything on old Joshy Poo's computer at the car lot in Springdale, Arkansas. No.
Yeah, let's just set him up, you know?
Mm-hmm. Now, Crime Time said in here earlier that upon release, he'll be under supervision for 20 years.
So,
all right. Well, so was the guy that killed Brittany Drexler.
mhm. What supervision? Does that mean when he's with his kids? His kids?
Good question.
Or does that mean when he's with his kids and he has to go to probation or something like that and check in? Because
Good question. I don't know. I don't
yeah,
know how
that's not. What's that gonna
I don't know how
do?
you're going to supervise him. I don't know. And I also want to know what Mr. F yourself, how much more money he's going to spend to get him out or continue trying to get him out. You know, there is such a thing. I mean, if you're religious, if you're not, doesn't matter. There's such a thing as actually, it's not even about religion. It's just about being a human.
Right.
You own it. You own your mistakes. You're accountable. You learn. You move on. I'm not the same person today I was 30 years ago. I wouldn't even know that person. You grow.
I wish I could tell that person some things, but yeah, you do grow. But I think people like this, and this is just from me, my own personal opinion, I just think there's some wires loose up there, and I just don't think they're ever rehabilitated.
Can't be.
No.
It's proven. You can't be. They have that proclivity. It's like someone saying to you, you can never be attracted to a man ever again. What? Glass slipper. This is News 5 in Northwest Arkansas. T. Riley. Did you hear? Yeah, I did hear about Jose. I did. I'm going to reach out to Justin and ICU and figure out, what happened to him. I hear that he passed away Sunday. Oops, sorry. Diane said her name is Drexel, not Drexler. Man, I've got to quit doing that. I mess up people's names all the time.
I'm bad about that.
It's so inappropriate.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Honest mistake.
Absolutely crazy. All right, so let's hear F-bomb one more time, and then I'm going to shut the show down.
Yeah, let's hear it.
You guys didn't get the 5 years you wanted. How are you guys reacting to that? Oh.
Can't make it up. Can't make it up. I
I'm
love
sorry.
it. Love it. I absolutely love it. Justine said at Crime Lines and Lies, are you okay with the sentence? No, I'm not. I was hoping that he would get the maximum 20 years. I think anyone that participates in any kind of crime against a child, there should be no leniency. That's just what I think. And guess who agrees with me? Mr. F-bomb, Mr. F-bomb Jim Boob. That's always been his stance. But in this case, he's A-okay. No, I don't agree with it. They won't let me be a judge, though. They wouldn't want that.
Could you imagine me and you being the judge? Bye-bye.
It wouldn't have taken all day.
Nope. That's for sure. Nope.
All right. Yeah, Miss June said, well, I'm thankful it was not 5 years. I was afraid of that, especially as today was unfolding. Like I said, we were supposed to go live at 9:45 this morning. And I'm like, what? This can't take that long. Can't take that long. I'm like, okay, so after lunch, and I'm like, what in the world is going on? What in the world is going on? Then I find out they dropped a charge, even though a jury convicted him of it. Glass slipper. Anna needs to move on. Yep.
Yes, she does.
I don't think she's going to. It
No.
seems that betrayal, public humiliation, embarrassment, perversion, depravity, that does not check any of her boxes.
Nope. Only Josh checks her box. That's it. Oh, that didn't. You know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Hello, allegedly. Hey, allegedly, check your email. I sent you an email. All right,
like
guys.
her.
I'm going to start winding this down. Sorry it took so long, but that had nothing to do with me. Just took them a while to get to the meat and potatoes of what they were going to do. Justine said, I was hoping for more, but I'm okay with 12, 13 years, 20 probation. He's never allowed to watch. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to delve in that area again.
But how do you stop that? You know, with cell phones, you got burner phones. You see what I'm saying? Like how do you really, really, really stop that?
Well, that's Anna's bitch to burden. Her and Mr.
I guess so.
F you. F yourself. All right, we're going to hear it one more time, and I'm shutting down the show.
All right.
You guys didn't get the 5 years you wanted. How are you guys reacting to that? Oh.
Beautiful. I could hear that all day. That's how we are. Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Well, guys, thank you so much for being here. Like I said, it wasn't the 20 years we were hoping for. It wasn't 5, though. So it's way more than what they wanted. That's for sure. And
let's
I
just
don't know.
hope that pills won't bring it down lower. But
yeah, I'm kind of worried about the defense myself because it's a high-powered defense team. Got a lot of money behind them, so they got you pay a lawyer, they'll drum something up. I do worry about that. I think he shouldn't be around children ever again. I think he's not allowed to watch P. Yeah, well, I mean, that kind of goes without saying.
Yeah.
But I appreciate everybody being here, hanging in all day as we waited to go live, because I didn't know when this sentence was going to drop. I really assumed by lunch. Next thing I know, it's 11:57. I'm like, well, they're going to lunch. And they take a long lunch and come back, and it was absolutely insane. But thanks for hanging in there. Thanks for being the best chat and the best community on YouTube. We have a lot of new people in here, guys. Before we leave, give the video a like and hit the sub button. Don't forget to get reminded, because we're live every morning at 9 a.m. Kristen, I expect him to appeal. Oh, he will. Oh, he will. He will. Yeah. All right, Shannon, I'll talk to you later. Everybody, thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I know it's a difficult subject to talk about. I know it's hard to even hear, considering how nasty. But at least we got to hear Jim Boob drop the F-bomb. So again, thanks for being the best community and the best chat on YouTube. I'll see you over in the Facebook group, Crime Lines and Lies. We do have a Facebook group for Josh Duggar, not in support of him, or I'll see you on Discord. If I don't catch you any of those places this afternoon, this evening, I'll see you back here at 9 a.m. tomorrow. We have a show about Delphi. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.